Morning, Chunky. Only me. Today, more than ever, we need to ask ourselves, why aren't they listening? The Great Barrington Declaration was signed last week, and I'm going to tell you what it is. It's fascinating, and it's undeniably credible. Morning, Mush. A busy day of videos ahead, but this might be the most important. The Great Barrington Declaration was signed last week by 3 senior doctors from Stanford, Harvard, and Oxford universities. These people say it is time to reopen the world. It is time to drop all of the restrictions on business and all of the restrictions that are destroying our mental health. Surely nobody could deny the credibility of all of these doctors who are in complete and utter agreement that the restrictions on our lives and businesses is unjustifiable for this COVID-19. It is also curious to me, I have been sent endless documentation of doctors and medical professionals who have been struck off or silenced for simply trying to tell their truth about their opinion regarding this Kung flu. So to be clear, what this is saying is 35 leading doctors from around the world have gathered together to agree that they believe the result of COVID will be worse than the impact of COVID. We already know this to be true. The government has said itself that 75,000 people are likely to die, not of COVID, but because of it, because of a lack of diagnosis or treatment. They're going wider than that, though. They're going much bigger about normal people's lives, especially bearing in mind young people are almost certainly not going to be affected, as the universities are proving, by the Kung flu. They neither get seriously ill, need an ICU bed, or die. Only 4 people under 20 with no pre-existing have died since February. Less than 400 under 60. So we know since February, with no pre-existing, this is only a problem for those over a certain age. 82 is the average age of death. And that's what they're trying to say. Why is everybody's life being ruined by a bad flu that is killing all people, is basically their conclusion. 35 leading doctors have gathered together. Undeniable expertise to say that we need to stop. You can sign their petition as a citizen or as a professional. They're going to hand this over to people who hopefully will listen. It seemingly is not going to be the case. They have denied any scientist or doctor who has had this type of conversation. They have not listened so far and continue to lock down local economies, destroying communities, destroying people's lives and well-being, their lifestyles, and of course the economy at the same time. Totally pointless over an illness that has a 2.2% death rate. So just Google the Great Barrington, it will come up. It's a very interesting read, and it's probably the most profound website and the most important document you will sign this year. We have to calm down. We have to get back to reality. We have to wake up and realize that this is tragic for those who have died, mostly over 80, mostly in care homes, and mostly the very people who were the least helped, who we seemingly care the least about. But to impact an entire generation, to ruin the lives of kids, their education, and everybody else's well-being over a 2.2% killer is ludicrous when we consider that more people have died on the roads in car crashes since February than have died of the Kung flu with no pre-existing condition. That's a fact. 200 people a day die of smoking. We're not banning those, are we? Or indeed banning cars because of car crashes. That's their point, is that it's sad and it's tragic, but it has to be kept in perspective. The Great Barrington Declaration. Find it on the internet and sign it.